play against all of the jump that they have. Because Bat Rider, even when the Lasso gets purged, is still super good against Sniper.
Yeah, in general, I do feel like if there's one hero that they really target was Diraccio Sniper. Like in general, they were like Sniper. Every single one of our heroes has some sort of mobility as like way to get close. Like I said, PA Blink, Magnus Skewer, Monkey Jump, Bat Rider Lasso, even Mirana can just leave. Like they have so much mobility on the team that I do feel like it's not really Diraccio's game. A lot of it will be on Quinn, you know, as the Leshrac to sort of go in, make space, be durable. You might even consider going for the nihilism, right? You're up against the PA, you might as well just go for that ability to remove the damage. But overall, it does. You know, on one side, I don't like the Monkey King 4, but on the other hand, I find the duo of the Treant as well as the Oracle to be a bit iffy. We'll have to go into the game to see how it plays out. Sniper feels kind of countered, but he's also been really good this tournament. I don't know. I felt pretty 50, 52, 48% myself.
So 52 in favor of GAIMIN then?
No, I'll go with NEMIGA. I'll go with NEMIGA.
Okay,
I've seen
okay,
them.
okay.
I'll go with NEMIGA. Why not? Why not? When you
We'll keep
NEMIGA
it
or
interesting.
you picked GAIMIN?
I am definitely picking GAIMIN.
Of course he is. Always playing it safe, you know. That's Swingblaze. Always like, well, this team has done better in the past. I'll take them. Why not? We'll see how they're gonna do. What do we know about the position for Monkey King? How does that usually played?
You tend to just buy some really weird items. Like we used to see Medallion back in the day. People don't buy that anymore. People just buy Orb of Corrosion now, and then there is the potential for something like an Orchid or a Rod of Athos. It really depends on the weather and what the monkey is feeling these days. Like it's like you do a random item challenge, right? Anything works on position 4 monkey.
Another thing that works, guys, is if you click on the banner down below, you get $15 for free if you're signing up for the first time. And you guys can put it, hey, if you can put it on NEMIGA, you can put it on Gaming Gladiators. Put your money where your mouth is, basically, and see which one you believe is going to take the win here. Smoke comes out from Gaming Gladiators, doesn't get them anything. They plant a nice deep ward, and that's about it. So Malreen on the Bat Rider, he's been playing very aggressively with the Timber Saw. He goes for like the Kaya and then just goes for the Agam Scepter. No points in reactive armor until like level 11. Just runs through the enemy team. I expect he's going to do the same thing with the Bat Rider, you know? Oh, Mirana. Is he going to be in trouble here? It takes the Starstorm level 1, but he should be just fine. And it goes 3 Bounty Ruins in favor of NEMIGA.
That's a pretty good start for them. Yeah. The Starstorm at level 1 is kind of the norm these days. In terms of trading, it's the most efficient one. And it also helps you secure range creeps. And Arrow also helps with range creeps, but it doesn't also harass at the same time. It does leave you a bit vulnerable, though. You don't have Leap, and you're not gonna have Arrow until level 3 most games.
Yeah, I've seen the 2 points in Starfall by level 3 and 1 point in Arrow. And it's like, oh, you come close, I just Starfall you and do like something like 225 damage or something like that. It's kind of crazy how much damage you can do with Starfall on a close target.
So we haven't seen a lot of PA recently. And I feel like it is very good against the Sniper, but at the same time, PA is a hero that's super vulnerable at the start of the game. Because you're basically just a creep. You're a creep with evasion, but you're still a creep.
By the way, I'm loving the value of the magic stick early game for the top lane. You know, you got daggers, spam, and then you have wild axes as well as Oracle throwing their spells everywhere. So they're all sitting at like 8, 9 magic stick magic 1 charges right at the start of the game. So that's value right there.
Yeah, it's always so nice against the PA. And even the Mirana these days just spams Starstorm, so it's wonderful value. Makes me very happy.
Well, one thing that will make the NEMIGA very happy is that they get a kill on Tofu here, getting first blood for so bad. And yeah, the Oracle is probably the best target to kill in this lane for both sides. Mirana's pretty tanky, so jumping here is going to be not tanky. Sorry, she has the leap, so she's hard to bring down. Same thing with the PA. They both have an ability to jump away, and of course we can see the Beastmaster's tanky. So it's like, oh, there's only one guy left who can actually die, and that's going to be the Oracle most of the time.
Yeah, and we saw Tofu playing with fire, walking around with 90 HP, and I was like, he's probably fine. Turns
he
out
knows what he's
not.
doing. It ends up suffering for his hubris right there. So first blood though, that's not too bad. In the meantime though, in terms of like CS, nothing really standing out here so far. Everyone's relatively even.
Yeah, we're gonna have to keep an eye on the mid lane though, because there is always a risk of kills with a Bat Rider in the game. And I feel like
There
Lesh
you
is
go.
one of the better heroes against Bat, because if he pops Firefly, you just go for Lightning into Split Earth and you can run away. But still, you don't pay attention for a moment, you slip up and you're gonna die. So we'll keep an eye on the health bars at the top.
You know, when we see it dropping down, we'll be like, Observer! It's over there, man! Vazia, he's taking some hits. This Treant as well as Sniper Combo, we've seen it a bunch of times. It's, you know, a bunch of slows. He hasn't actually taken Nature's Grasp yet. He's going for point in Living Armor early, but yeah, it can be quite brutal. The Shrapnel as well as Leash Seed and Nature's Grasp, like you get slowed to a crawl. And we've seen a lot of people suffering from it. Vazia, so far, he is starting to fall behind a little bit in CS, getting only 9. Whereas you look at the other side, Ace, he's got 19. So he is not feeling that pressure at all.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about this Magnus. He's just not gonna have any fun at all. I feel like all of the other lanes are at least even-ish, but bottom lane is just gonna be a slaughter. I'm surprised Magnus got 11 creeps to begin with.
Yeah, you know, there's Shockwave. Yeah, yeah. Oh, he did not get that one, dude. Derachio, what a god. It's like, no. I'll make sure that I can deny that for you. Don't you worry. 7 denies on the Sniper. He is just having the freest lane possible. But in the meantime, I do think the Monkey King is pulling some creeps, so he's giving him a little bit of a, you know, some creeps behind the tier 1 tower so he can farm. But overall, yeah, I'm not loving this Monkey King. And I don't think Monkey King can do much against a Sniper Treant combo either.
Yeah, I kind of forgot there was a Monkey King in the game,
Right?
just because he hasn't done anything.
Hey, that's not true. He's got 3 CS. I'm guessing that, I don't know. Yeah, it's tough to play the Monkey. Oftentimes we see these position 4s that aren't great laners, like I guess Nyx Assassin would be one of them as well, is that they provide a lot of vision, which is what the Monkey King will do with the tree dance and maybe a stun with the boundless, and then you can jump on someone. But overall, the laning stage for this Monkey King is just ineffective.
Yeah, some games you can be a bit aggressive, but I feel like this game you just have no chance. You're just gonna get punched in the face by the tree, and if you try to swap it around and go on the Oracle, he just dispels your Jingu Mastery, so there is no fun to be had for the Monkey King. And I feel like that's the reason why it's a position 4 and not a core.
All the CS is going for Gaming Gladiators right now. Not too far for NEMIGA Gaming, except for Vazia's Magnus, but other than that, they're kind of decent. Now, here's a question. NEMIGA Gaming, is it important for them to win the laning stage? Is it like if they come out a little behind, it's fine because they have, I guess,
Ace.
superior team fight? Oh, meantime, though, that's what they needed. Kiritich does get a kill, but in the meantime, Sobad loses his life. Tofu, is he going to be okay? He is, and Kiritich is like, I know I'm not going to kill you, so I'm not going to even waste your time and lose CS.
Do I think it's important that they win the laning stage? I don't think so. Because they have a Magnus who can help the PA recover, and the Bat Rider is probably gonna be fine anyway, so it would be nice, but it's not necessary.
Meanwhile, Celery, he's losing a lot of life. He's just gonna be burnt to death. Trees, you know, they're pretty flammable. So he's like, let me just bring you all the way into my fire, and 2 kills coming up from NEMIGA Game in quick succession. In the meantime, this gives Vazia not exactly a free lane, but some space. Though, yeah, he is still suffering quite a lot. Holy crap, Derachio.
Yeah,
I mean, this is just with the Power Treads and a Wraith Band, and he's going to go for the Mask of Madness, so I don't think it's going to get any easier for Vazia.
Yeah, but at least he has the Shockwave, like you mentioned. He's not gonna be completely devoid of CS.
Yeah, he's going to get a bit of a farm here. Celery goes in, just throws a Leaf Seed, and again, the Shrapnel comes out. He's forced to hide in the trees. Guys, if you saw the pop-up just now, there's a banner down below. Click it, get $15, and you can, for your first bet, if you're registering for the first time. And Monkey King, he's actually the most farmed support, so he's not doing too badly. I mean, if you want to see a good Monkey King position 4, this is apparently the game for it.
Now he's doing some nice blocking. Celery still quite tanky. I feel like Maureen... Oh, he doesn't actually have the Firefly, so that's why it's so slow. He still gets it. It really helps that Sticky Napalm does actual damage now.
Yeah, it's like what, 6, 12, 18, 24, something like that. It's not a whole ton, but with a low cooldown, it does add up quite fast. And Kiritich, number 1 in terms of net worth, win probability, basically just like our votes, by the way, 52 to 48. You know, the AI is like, what should I even pick? I'll just trust the very handsome and smart people on Twitch chat, and we'll go with what they say.
Nice. Yesterday it was completely confused. There was a game where there was like a mid Mirana who was like 4k gold behind the mid Invoker at like 15 minutes. And then the AI assistant was like, they still have a 40% chance of winning. This is fine.
This is what we expected it to be for them. Quinn balls the double damage ruin. They get a couple of D wards off. Not much stacks coming out from NEMIGA Gaming. Of course, both teams can take it, but you expect NEMIGA with the Magnus PA to be the one that's going to be focused on stacking. But so far, they've just kind of been focused on the laning stage, trying to make sure that they don't lose too much. Vazia has suffered, but other than that, Kiritich as well as Batrider have been doing pretty well for themselves. And oh, smoke coming up. This is Quinn as well as Celery here. They want to get Kiritich. That's the goal for them. They have Roar. Can they get it? Oh, big jump by Kiritich. Gonna be safe from that.
So they avoid the gank, but I feel like GG is still gonna try to take the tower here. Because they know that Batrider is not really gonna apply too much of counter pressure. So it's just gonna be ace hitting towers most likely.
By the way, if you look at Kiritich's item build, he's going for a Falcon Blade, Deso into an Aghanim Scepter, into like as one of his first major items that he goes for. What do you feel about it? I mean, I know the Aghanim Scepter is pretty good, but do you like this Aghanim Scepter rush?
I think this might be the game for it. Just because you can blow up supports and constantly get your spells back, and also the extra dispels really gonna help here. I'm not sure if he's really gonna commit for the Aghanims, because Aghanims is one of those items you build in ideal games where you're snowballing really hard, so he might have to change it into a BKB or a Satanic or even something like a Manta. But we'll wait and see. I do like the idea of it.
I'd like to see the levels coming out, because Hellscream is level 3 in 10 minutes of the game on this Monkey King, which feels a little bit low. We can see Tofu's 5, Sobat's 5. I'm not sure how much Celery is, but I imagine I think he was like at least 4.5 last time we saw him. So Hellscream is suffering in terms of the levels department right now. And alright, there's smoke coming out here. Hellscream level 3. Let's provide them vision at least. So well, they decided maybe they were going to go top instead. We could find Ace there if they can. Yeah, looks like they do walk into Ace. Roar comes out though. But is that going to be enough to get him out of here? The Monkey King is on top of him, and looks like the lasso is going to fall. He's pretty tanky, but is he going to be tanky enough to survive? It looks like it's a no. Even with the living armor on top, it's not going to be enough. Quinn decides, hey, I'm going to go for the fight here. Gets Hellscream, so Hellscream loses his life. But Quinn, he's relatively low on... Oh no, he's going to decent on the resources now that he used the magic wand. He should be just fine. 1-for-1 trade here, but definitely favoring NEMIGA in that situation.
Yeah, I think so too. They're gonna get this tier 1 bottom as well, which is a really nice influx of gold and map control. Looks like GG is gonna get the tier 1 mid though, so that's a pretty worthwhile trade.
Yeah, that opens up the map quite a lot for them. And NEMIGA, yeah, that's 2 towers down for them so far. It does feel like the map is shrinking. It's kind of the vital towers, right? The mid-tier 1 and the... Like, the top tier one's not quite as important, but yeah, they do feel like they're losing quite a bit of the map right now.
So bad. He only had mana for a single leap charge, but Ace doesn't have a lot of vision, so he's not gonna commit for this.
And Quinn just pushing out the mid lane here. Malrine starting to fall slightly behind in terms of net worth. And yeah, we do see Vazia going for the Guardian Greaves build, which has just been the classic way to play. So far, with the pace of the game, how do you feel about it? Do you think it's favoring one team over the other?
I feel like NEMIGA is gonna be really happy with this RP.
RP was actually used just to get a kill on Celery, but oh, they don't have lasso, dude. Celery just makes it out, no problem.
So casual.
That's a big play right there. Survive. I mean, he wasted the RP, and dude throws out the tip as well. Well, not to the guys who were chasing him, to the other guy. Maybe he was trying, maybe misclick, but yeah, that's interesting. It was just wasted RP. Now it's a bit of an opening for Gaming Gladiators if they want to do something.
I don't think RP is really that relevant at this stage of the game, but it's still really nice. Now there is a lot of space for Diracho in the bottom lane to just catch up in farm.
And overall, yeah, the farm, it's just been very close games so far. Not quite a lot of action, just more of a farm fest. And do you think that favors one team, or like, let's say we're 40 minutes in, it's an even net worth. Which team do you favor in that situation?
I think then I would have to favor NEMIGA, because I feel like there is no good counter for this PA. At the same time, GG is just waiting for their timing right now. They want the Bloodstone on Leshrac, they want 2 items on Sniper, and then they're gonna be ready to fight. And I'm not sure if NEMIGA is gonna be ready by that time.
Yeah, and also I do like the Twin Protector pick for the you do slow the tower pushing coming out from NEMIGA, so it's not like you're able to just like trade towers evenly. It's like, oh, can we go for towers? You do a bit of chip damage, and the Twin just heals it back up. So Gaming Gladiators, even if they just poke a little bit at the towers, it does add up over time. Monkey King level 6, he is going for the Lotus Orb. There's quite a bit of, I mean, you can reflect the roar, you can reflect some of the spells coming out from Oracle, just the Assassinate coming out from Sniper, so it's a decent, it's fine, I like it.
Yeah, it's just really nice to have an extra Dispel too.
Although, if you're gonna pick a position 4 to farm the Lotus Orb, I would not think Monkey King would be your #1 priority here.
Yeah, true. I still feel like they just shoehorned him in. Like, shit, we have a Monkey King, might as well play in position 4. At the same time, what you mentioned about him giving vision is very relevant. I feel like his goal in fights is just to locate the Oracle so the bat can go for him.
And Moonlight Shadow is used. And Hellscream was actually, I think he broke the smoke a little on them. He went for the Illusion Ruin, then was able to go up them. Although Ace, he's in trouble. We do see the lasso come out. It's going to be enough damage here. He is pretty damn tanky. And the channels the TP, cancels it to realize, no, I'm not going to make it out. The Oracle with the False Promise keeps him alive. So again, a lot of punches being thrown, but so far no one's dying. However, we might see Sobad remedy that, as he's going to be the first kill of this fight. Malvin, he's flying on the other side. They're looking for him. The Radiant do have a scan, but they decide, let them make it out. That was a lasso used for a false promise, but Ace stays alive, and they do get a kill on Sobad.
That was such a clutch call by GG. I'm not sure who it was, either Ace or Tofu, instantly calling for a TP, saying that he can survive. Because that was really nice. I was pretty sure that Ace was dead there, but he survived for so long. And then cancelled his TP to get the false promise. Was really well played.
Yeah, he's very durable right at this stage of the game, and I mean, NEMIGA though, they're not gonna have damage issues late game, right? You got the PA with an Empower on top of her, but then you look at everyone else and you're like, well, where's the rest of the damage actually gonna come up? Because if this PA is controlled, which you can do with a Roar and Overgrowth, I worry for NEMIGA in that situation. Sorry.
Yeah, I think so too. Batrider has a good amount of damage, but he is very reliant on the enemy not having BKBs. I feel like GG is a pretty disciplined team, and it's not gonna take too long for them to buy them.
Quinn is gonna go to... Oh, they do find Sobad. Overgrowth is used. Not gonna be making out of this one. And then, yeah, they bring him down. Tower, they force out the... Sorry, the Glyph was forced out by the Radiant side. But yeah, they just get a free kill out of that. And it looks like Kiritich decides, hey, I'm not going to go for the Aghanim Scepter first. Going to go for the BKB instead, which makes sense. And looks like they should be able to get this tower. In the meantime, Quinn gets an Aegis. We were not expecting to see that.
Yeah, but nice call. They have a really good Roche lineup. Just with the Beastmaster, the Edict, the Sniper, Roche just melts. I feel like this GG lineup is just very well rounded. They have a bit of everything.
Yeah, even the damage, right? You don't have to rely on one source. You have both the Sniper and the Leshrac, and they deal different types of damage, which is always good. Because if you have like 2 physical damage, let's say Sniper TA, you can be like, oh, we'll just go for all these armor items and we'll be fine. But Sniper with the physical, and you have Leshrac with all magical, even a little pure on top of that. Whereas NEMIGA Gaming, it's all, like, again, it's just mostly the PA, it's mostly physical. Kiritich is Giga farmed, But I don't know, man. I'm getting a little worried for NEMIGA's chances right now.
Yeah, the gold lead isn't really there, but the map control lead is definitely a factor in this game.
And Lishrak still for 4 minutes left on the Aegis, and I'll be excited to see if Game Gladiators decide to go top, take that tier 2, control the map, and of course Beastmaster he already finished Helm of the Overlord, has the Black Dragon, so 3 armor for everyone. And of course, yes, well, I think isn't like the strongest creep you can get in terms of like stats.
Yeah, I think so. Having the splash damage is really nice for pushing out waves too. Now they should be able to get this tier 2 as well. And Ace is actually rushing the dive bomb on the Hogs, which I think is interesting.
Not an ability I've seen a lot of, honestly, but I thought it's kind of cool if it doesn't get counted. But yeah, tier 2 just melts, and GG they're like, hey, if you guys aren't defending, we'll just keep going. Arrow comes out, hits the Ancient Creep, which does not get killed with one hit, and the tower it takes about a third of its, or at least a quarter of its health and damage. GG, they were like, well, why the hell would we stop? We still got 3 minutes of days. The onus is on you to do something here. And we're seeing NEMIGA start to rotate back here.
Yeah, and they have an Oracle behind, so they know they can do this with relatively little risk. So yeah, really good call by GG to just deal some damage there, because they know that Bat is not gonna have Blink BKB, which is the scary thing.
But they do have a blink on Magnus though, so Vazia, if we might see him jump on Quinn and just be able to skewer him back. It does feel tough, right? Because like I said, there's an Oracle right there who can prevent the RP from having any impact. And of course, if you just false promise him, if he gets skewered back, you're like, well, whatever. He just walks there, he turns on his Bloodstone, he gets massive amounts of healing, and the map just continuing to shrink for GG right now. The tier 2 mid and bottom have fallen. There's only a tier 2 top standing, and meanwhile they've lost only the tier 1 bottom lane, which is arguably the least important tower in the game.
It's gonna be so hard for NEMIGA to move out on the map because of the Hawks.
I think they have the Monkey King to give them vision, but yeah, Batrider, he's got the BKB, so it's still gonna be tough to lasso someone with the Oracle. Like this Oracle pick, when you came out, you said it was great, and I'm more and more I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my god, this is a problem.
Yeah, it's just gonna be so incredibly hard for NEMIGA to ever initiate. Because they need to jump the backline, but the backline is gonna be very, very far back.
Sniper. Oh, does not get the screw off. He had the RP, but I guess kind of saving it. So a little bit unfortunate for Vazia there. There was no enemy on, like that was only, Sniper was the only one there, so could have been a free kill for them. But it's, he still has the RP. He's saving it for, I guess, the defense right now.
Saving it for next game.
But hey, we still got plenty of game to play. It's only 20 minutes though, but it is heavily in favor of GAIMIN Gladiators. And if you guys think, hey, they're definitely gonna win this, you can click on the banner down below. You get $15 for free if you're registering for the first time. And yeah, you can put it for GAIMIN Gladiators. Turn that $15 into what?
Like 18? 19?
No, it's 19 and a half. I think that would be it. 19 and a half. That's 30% more. Well, Hellscream still providing vision, breaks the smoke, but it's like, okay, now what? He breaks the smoke, but he's not able to actually contribute in these fights. We'll see if we haven't seen a Wukong. I think we've seen like 2 lassos, 1 RP. That's kind of it. Just NEMIGA, very timid in this game so far.
I don't think we've seen anything from the Monkey King, to be honest. He's not even farming. He's just getting the Lotus Orb just by getting his passive gold.
Maybe he's waiting for. Does he have a Philosopher's Stone? That would help a little bit. But yeah, again, I'm not sure how I feel. I mean, I know I don't like the Monkey King pick. It's just odd to see NEMIGA trying, like you said, they're trying to force it. PA, she's farmed, but she used to be leading the net worth for most of the game. Now she's starting to drop a little bit. If Ace overtakes her, then you're gonna be very worried. Hero damage mostly coming out of Sobad's Mirana. Oh, here we go. But they are going to get a pick off. Can they get Celery here? Celery low health, but gets the overgrowth in time. But there's no one will follow up on this, so it looks like they're just going to sacrifice Celery, and that's going to be fine for GG. Are they going to go for more here? Tofu, he's kind of in an awkward spot here. And the RP comes out just on the Oracle, but that's fine. You want to get him out of the fight. The supports are down for GG, but Quinn is like, hey, take me too. Let me fight. Let me see what I can do, guys. The Wukong's command was about to be used, but no, he decides to cancel it. And looks like the fight's just gonna end here. GAIMIN Gladiators going bold after losing both of their supports, but Ace well, actually, they're all right here. Arrow, they do have vision of the area now. Will they jump in? They do jump in. Interesting to stay. The lasso does land, but we might be losing Malrine in the meantime. Wukong's command is used, but again, this is support Wukong's command, so not much damage. Quinn died, but it's going to be Kiritich who gets the double kill here. Throwing out a lot of coming a lot of damage from Dirachio here, and it will be the assassin who's going to land. Oh, no, it does not. It actually, yep, makes it out alive. Celery tries to catch him, but in the end, they do lose their Bat Rider, but they get 2 supports, so... sorry, 2 cores for it. Overall, NEMIGA coming out way ahead in that fight.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be really good for GG, because they just lost 2 supports for a lot of ultis and 2 BKB charges, but then they stuck around and just a really nice initiation by the Bat Rider bursting Quinn. Because I don't think there is any fight that NEMIGA can win once Quinn pops his Bloodstone.
Oh, they do see Celery here. And looks like he was able to just force that himself to safety. But Celery gets the false promise as well. And a 4-man overgrowth. And they are going to lose Hellscream instead. And they're going to go for Kiritich. This is turning to a disaster. Quinn with a triple kill here. And they got baited. You know, they saw Celery. They thought this was a free kill for them. NEMIGA, go for it. But game guys are like, no. This time we have the whole team around.
I'm blaming that one on PA not getting any crits. Like, if Celery died instantly there, they would have been able to get out. GAIMIN doesn't want NEMIGA to win.
It's all is about the battle pass levels. You know, we gotta check them and be like, no, Kiritich, you just not have enough. And this could be, I mean, United States could be a rack. Like they're just melting right now. You still have 15 seconds left for Kiritich to pop out. And it doesn't look like there's really gonna be any sort of defense here that NEMIGA can like get up in time. Alright, Malrine, he is teleporting, but guess what? Shrapnel right on top of him. Assassinate comes out, and Malrine takes a lot of damage just the moment he arrives. Moonlight Shadow used, I think, just to keep him alive here. Are they going to go? Are they going to try to chase? They are. They want to see if they can catch anyone here. BKB is going to use Malrine. He jumps in, but god damn, Dirachio just 4-staffs and chases and makes sure he's not going to get anything out of that lasso. And in the meantime, Quinn is saying, well, I don't mind chasing you guys. See who's he going to find so bad. Takes an Assassinate, and Quinn is really quick here. Takes out a point-like arrow. That doesn't stun for anything. And they're going to lose 2 people from NEMIGA. And it is starting to look almost... I mean, I know it's 7,000 gold lead for GG, but that feels like that could be as well as 60,000 right now.
And Dirachio has an MKB now as well. So I think that he can actually man-fight the PA, which is a crazy thing to say. But PA pretty much only has a Deso BKB.
And gotta say, the living armor makes a huge difference against the PA. It's like 12 armor, which is pretty massive when you can put it on someone. You know, PA jumps in, you're like, oh, you know, I can Deso crit, but living armor really negates a lot of her damage. And he also has it on Quinn and Dirachio. He's like, yeah, our damage dealers are going to be unkillable. And NEMIGA Gaming, this feels like a bit of an outdraft. 2 racks is down. They're going to go for the 3rd. Everyone's alive from NEMIGA, but unless we get a magical RP, it's looks like they just might get mega creeps here for GG.
Yeah, but even the magical RP is going to be so hard. Ooh,
yeah, jump in by Kiritich here, but BKB, he got overgrowth. They just call it. They just call it. They're like, you know what? There's no way we're going to take it. We're just going to call like the game, save our time. And unfortunately for NEMIGA, like it started off, I thought it was okay for them in the laning stage, but the draft from GG is so good.